Did you know that boys can be girls and girls can be boys?
No.
Yeah. Some girls grow up and they say, I don't feel like a girl, I feel like a boy. And some boys get a little older and they say, I don't feel like a boy, I feel like a girl.
Yes. What do you think about that?
I didn't know that. I don't actually that.
Well, we're always learning new things.
I just want to let everyone know the man in this video is not actually brainwashing his children. He's actually just teaching them a new way of life, even though kids' minds are sponges and they take up most things that adults say or most things that they see in the world. He's definitely not brainwashing them, and I can guarantee you that that's the case.
Do you want to see how I, as a plus-size woman, comfortably fit in a seat on an airplane? I have to upgrade myself to a first-class seat. Otherwise, it's intolerable. My butt still touches the sides of the seats here. It shouldn't have to be this way, yet here we are. Size inclusion isn't just for clothes. It's everywhere. If you ever don't fit comfortably into an airplane seat, remember, it's a problem with the airplane, not you.
If it's the case that I have to pay more for having extra luggage, I don't see the issue for you having to pay more for having extra weight.
Average white person now has more opportunities to get better grades and to get in college than people of other races and backgrounds.
I've been hearing this nonsense go around for a couple of years now, and it's beginning to show me that the people who say this nonsense are just stupid people. Because last time I checked, Asians perform better than white people and all other races, but we don't seem to talk about how Asians are the ones who are performing better than the average person. There seems to be a narrative going around that white people inherently bad, and white people and patriarchy are the ones that are taking over everything, and white people are inherently racist, while there are other races, and those races never seem to complain about anything and just get the job done, while other races seem to complain about everything, and it shows in the stats that are provided.
I literally think that women should be paid to exist.
Oh boy, here we go.
I know y'all are probably gonna be like, what?
You are already wrong. I didn't say that.
But no, follow me on this. Follow me on this. So one, our bodies literally create life, y'all.
So does my swimming bodies. You need them to create life, so I should get a percentage of the money too.
Like that within itself, like it beats any freaking invention that a man can come up with.
Are you sure it beats Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra Phantom Black 1 terabyte? That thing can zoom to the moon.
Any tech company, like no tech company can come up with a baby in my belly.
Elon Musk can. He made 11 babies. Google it.
So one, that's why we should get paid.
Hey, some people do get paid in form of child support, but that's for when they have babies. I don't think they are getting paid just for existing as females.
I literally think that we should receive monthly incomes for being women. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm being so serious.
It does sound ridiculous, but when I think about it, I will give my wife money when I get married, and I do give my mother money. But does that mean I am paying them for existing? I am asking you guys, answer me.
Put HIV positive on my profiles. People don't want to touch you. I remember being on a date with someone, so I brought him back to my place. I was like, okay, like I need to tell you something. Like I'm HIV positive. And I remember he like looked at me. It was like I murdered him. I was like, I thought he was gonna beat the shit out of me. He was like, I can't believe you wouldn't tell me, and like you gave me HIV, and like was just losing his mind. And I'm like, no, that's not possible. Even if I bled on you, like in an open wound, like that wouldn't happen. I'm undetectable, and like, you know, but he just like didn't want to hear it. Now, like the way the law goes, like being undetectable, like I really don't have to like disclose my status. Right. And you think about it, like anyone that you meet on your first date or if like you're hooking up, like are you like, I have diabetes, I have high blood pressure. You're not telling them any of this shit. Where HIV is now, like if you are undetectable, like you don't necessarily like have to disclose that. I don't think you're putting anyone at any risk that you have to like necessarily go through that, but it's because of the stigma and shame that I feel like I have to disclose. People would look at that as betrayal.
I don't blame him for feeling that way, and the fact that you come here on a podcast and talk all of this nonsense just goes to show me how deluded you are. Upon you having the lifestyle that you have, I'm not surprised that you come to the conclusions that you come to. God forbid the fact that someone judges you because of the fact that you have an STD and they don't want to have anything to do with you. Even if it is the case that that STD cannot be transmitted to that person, they still have the right to do what they want with their body. After all, that seems like a saying that comes from a particular side. Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified when whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
So a lot of people have been talking about reparations for slavery in the news. Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oh, we're past due. We've been past due.
Do you think it's a good idea?
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
I have no idea.
Do you think that gay people should get reparations?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
I think everybody deserves equal rights.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, I think they do deserve, more respect in our country. And if our country is all about like respect through money, then yeah. If that's the way we can pay it back, then I think it's a great idea.
How I feel about it kind of is I was born in a different time. I feel like we need to let the past be the past and move on and see where we are now, you know what I mean, if we want to advance forward at all. I mean, definitely learn from it, definitely take from it.
It's like you feel like you're not a slave and like I'm not a slave owner, so it's like we don't really owe each other anything in that sense, right?
Exactly.
Most of these people don't even know what it is that they're talking about, and they just power on the same nonsense that they've heard from other people. You're just a lazy individual, and if we were to apply your logic to other races, every other race should also deserve reparations because every other race has gone through some sort of slavery as well. But of course, there seems to be one group of people who seem to complain about this, and they're also the same group of people who seem to do very poorly in life. And I can tell you, them doing poorly in life has nothing to do with them not receiving reparations and all to do with their actions.
A lot of times when older men go for younger women, it is because they're looking for someone easier that they can manipulate.
So why are the younger women going for them?
Because they are naive and they don't have real world experience. They're going through a transitionary stage in their life where they are leaving their home and they don't know how to make sense of the world.
So they have no accountability.
You could argue that.
Okay, so since they have no accountability, why can they vote?
I mean, that's another discussion.
No, I
I'm
think
open
it's
to
a
hearing
relevant
that.
discussion because we're either going to treat 18-year-olds as adults who can make their own decisions or we're not.
No, because an 18-year-old could be very book smart, but that doesn't ensure that she knows how to deal with romantic relationships.
Or maybe it might be the fact that they're attracted to younger women because younger women tend to be more attractive than older women. These people make it seem like rocket science when it really isn't, and they just end up making themselves look stupid.
What do you want? You want a rich husband?
Yeah, I like your watch.
Thank you. Thank you. I got a little money, but
I have 50% of it. Better
50?
than my ex.
Yeah. Oh yeah? Wow. I love it. I love it. I hope you find a rich husband.
One day.
Let me see.
Tired of working. I need a rich husband.
For a rich husband.
Let me know if you find one.
Okay, where are you from? I need Italian.
From money.
For money. Wow. Welcome to Miami, baby.
It's very interesting how feminism came along, and feminists talk about how it just gave women the choice to be what they want to be, when we all know that's a lie. And the hilarious thing is the jobs that they used to do back in the day is mainly the jobs that they do now, except for now daddy government is taking care of them. Now they're slaving away for corporations who don't care about them and will fire them whenever they want to fire them. And the other hilarious thing is many of them still want men to provide for them, yet they claim that they're feminists who want equality. Make it make sense.
All that work and what did it get me?
This is the logic of someone who doesn't use their brain at all. You do know that you can practice with one person and achieve the same result rather than opening your legs to multiple men and expecting to get better for a man who's not those men. Girl math.
What do women look for in a man?
A fucking big dick.
I'm not looking for a man.
I'm not looking for a man.
Money.
Big. Can you sacrifice the big if they have a lot of money?
No.
Yep. We are completely doomed.
The little pads in bathing suits, in sports bras.
Yes. What is that for?
I think that is the patriarchy. I think that that's men trying to keep us down.
Yes.
We've been to the moon. We are on the precipice of curing cancers.
No, for sure.
And you can't figure out how to keep the pad in my sports bra?
I shouldn't be going through my dryer and thinking, where the hell is the middle part of my bra?
But then also you have to shove
it back in?
Shove it through that little tiny hole, and then it's in. And then you have to stick your little fingers in there, and it's crinkled. It's a triangle that you're like, well, I have to figure where the head is and move it around. I'm telling you, this is, I do believe, the dark side winning.
This is for sure, because how much time do we spend doing that instead of voting?
Exactly. I think that this is voter suppression.
Thank you, dude.
I always find it hilarious hilarious how feminists complain about everything, but yet they aren't the ones who are the pioneers to invent things for women. They complain and complain and complain and wait for men to do the work for them. This is apparently equality.
Your kids are going to be so disappointed when they see the videos that their mom made. Newsflash. I don't want kids. Ever. Want to know why? Because this is my favorite sound. Listen to this. Ready? You hear that? Peace and quiet.
When I see videos like this, I am thankful that people like this will not procreate, and that will be the end of their bloodline and the end of their stupid ideology. The thing about woke people like this is they don't realize their ideas are going to die out based on the fact that they're not procreating, so they don't get to teach their lineage the nonsense that they've learned along the way. Thank you.
Okay, real talk, if you have 2 kids that you love just the same, then why can't I have 2 boyfriends that I love just the same at the same time, huh? Unless you love one of your kids more.
You are one stupid individual.
I got pregnant in hopes that my sperm donor would support me financially. I don't work, never have, never will. 1, because I don't want to, and 2, because it's against my religion. My plan was to always just get pregnant and have my baby daddy support me financially through child support. Turns out I'm a lesbian, so I had to go to a sperm bank and get artificially inseminated. One of my friends worked at the sperm bank and she secretly gave me my sperm donor's contact info. I befriended him and invited him over for drinks, and I got a DNA sample of his cup and sent in a sample of his DNA and my son's DNA to make sure that they were a match. And they were, so I was like, perfect, I'm going to take him to court and try to get child support. I lost, but I'm not giving up hope, because now that I'm famous, I'm trying to find a judge that is a fan of mine that will take this case and pretend they don't know who I am and rule in my favor to where my sperm donor still has to support me financially. The kid wouldn't exist if it weren't for him. He should be obligated to pay something.
This has to be satire. People need to help me in the comment section and tell me otherwise.